This is the Helmholtz Nature Medicine Diabetes Conference. Some of the world's leading stars are joining us here in Munich. Diabetes research at the Helmholtz Center Munich rocks. We have so many young researchers that decided to join us and work with us on these important questions of how do we prevent, how do we treat type 1 and type 2 diabetes. And I think they got inspired in many ways by the Helmholtz Diabetes Nature Medicine Conference. We built several breaks into the schedule, so at the beautiful Lehmbach Palais there's always the chance for an encounter, a discussion, or a catch-up over new results. One of the reasons scientists come back every year to this conference has to do with the warm atmosphere.
I really enjoy coming to this conference because it always has some of the best scientists both in Europe and from the US presenting their absolute best work. And so I learn something every time I get to this meeting.
We try to do a few things differently than the general conferences we attend every year. For example, we have two major awards, the Helmholtz Diabetes Award and the Junior Investigator Award of the Helmholtz Diabetes Conference. Dr. Kajimura and Dr. Finnan had to split the award in 2014 because they both were selected as very, very prizeworthy.
It's a complete honor to win the award. It'll be a stepping stone or a cannon that hopefully can shoot me to the next level.
So one of the exciting highlights of this conference is always who will win the Heidi Award, the Helmholtz Young Investigator Diabetes Award. Last year it was won by Matthew Rodehever of Yale University.
It's the quality of the talks has been incredible. It's actually just an honor to be even considered in the same grouping with the people who are here speaking. I think it's a great opportunity for junior people in the field to be able to talk to the more senior people and get real directed feedback at the roundtables as opposed to a poster session.
In a lively atmosphere, graduate students can discuss their research with some of the leading stars of the world. We're particularly grateful that some of the greatest leaders in diabetes research worldwide not only joined to participate in the conference and give a lecture, but come back every year. One example would be Ron Kahn. He's the director of the Joslin Diabetes Center at Harvard Medical School, and he has been at every one of our conferences.
Well, there are a number of people, of course, who I know when I come to this conference because I've been coming for many years to diabetes conferences. But every year I find new people who become important people to interact with. In fact, I established 2 new collaborations even in the first 2 days of the meeting.
Jeff Friedman is one of the researchers who have won this award. He has discovered leptin more than 20 years ago. The winner of the Helmholtz Diabetes Award 2015 was Bruce Spiegelman. Bruce has made numerous discoveries of transformative impact over 3 decades. We're particularly excited to have more and more female researchers present their science at our conference, and Caroline Daniel is a typical example for junior researchers really having impact not only at the Helmholtz Diabetes Center, but also at an international level. In 2015, Stefan Herzig helped us organize this conference, and he really put a different flavor on it with all his knowledge on how diabetes interact with cancer, and therefore it really went particularly well. In 2014, Anette-Gabriele co-organized this conference together with Randy Levinson from Nature Medicine and myself, and she really added the perspective of type 1 diabetes and lots of interesting immunology research that enriched this conference like no other.
The quality of the conference, the quality of the talks is what we usually only see at a Keystone conference.
The casual atmosphere of the conference also contributes to everybody daring to ask questions. People are getting up and actually speaking their mind, and that is something we really like to see. I think by now many researchers come because they know it's an exciting program, there's the right atmosphere, and they will learn something really new that's not yet published. This conference would not have been possible without Günter Wess, who really bought into our vision, took the risk, and got this conference going. It was an experiment at first, but we really saw how this works, how different conversations take place after the sugar daddies have performed on stage, and suddenly the atmosphere changes and it becomes even more casual and different things are being discussed that, however, contribute to the success of the conference. When you're sort of forced to play together in the same rhythm over many songs, over an hour of music, it really teaches you also something about scientific collaboration, and it's a good reflection of that. Martin Rabe de Angelis is the speaker of the National German Diabetes Center, and he's a geneticist who works on a number of important questions in diabetes research. It's nevertheless very clear that when you go to the lab in the weeks after the conference, there's a lot of enthusiasm, and everybody really looks forward already to the next conference. So how will we rock the house again at the next diabetes conference? I can tell you already, we not only have some of the greatest speakers coming again to Munich, but we also will have a great guest musician on stage again, but that will be a surprise.